Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 back again with another movie review. And as you can see, I'm wearing very apropos green in honor of Shrek 4, which I really enjoyed. At first I was sort of iffy about it. I wasn't really sure if I would like it because the third one I absolutely hated. I just loathed the third Shrek. I thought it was put together very shoddily, and it depressed me, to be honest with you. I was sort of leery about going into the fourth one. But having seen the trailers, I thought, it looks good. I'm not really sure if I'm going to like it or not. And I came in with sort of medium expectations of it. I wasn't certain if it was going to be enjoyable at all, or if it was going to be another flop like the third one was. But I was pleasantly surprised, thankfully. This one, I think, was the best of the whole Shrek franchise. Now let me tell you why. It ties everything together, and it's also an animated version of It's a Wonderful Life and a little bit of Faust, if you know anything about Faust. If you do, then you know what I'm talking about. But I really thought it was a tremendous addition to the storyline, and just it might have gone a little bit over some kids' heads because there were some metaphysical elements here. I won't give anything away, but it's really a tremendous film, and the one-liners in this movie are just hilarious. They're great, but they come at you so fast that you really can't keep track of them. And I would probably have to see it again just to hear the one-liners, because they were really clever and just speedily done and just fantastic. I loved that. And the characters, all the characters parts were magnificently done. And there was one new character, a little boy who, he had a couple lines, but they were really quite comedic. This is the way he delivered them, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away considering that, because it's really not much of a spoiler, but it's very enjoyable. And the ending, you really don't expect it, because it's something that is a twist, so to speak. And the new villain, the Pied Piper, was just incredible. I like the Pied Piper. He was cool and slick and just amazing. I also like Rumpelstiltskin. He kind of reminded me of Q from The Next Generation, just because of the way he's so conniving and clever and tricky. Very sneaky character. And you have to be careful what you get into when you're dealing with Rumple. But I just really enjoy Rumple, because he's just, you love to hate him. And he's also very comedic, because he has different wigs that suit his different moods, and I got a real kick out of that. And of course there was a scene later on where he talks to his people, his kingdom, basically. Oops, spoiler alert. But anyway, when he's addressing them from the magic mirror, it kind of reminded me of those propaganda films from World War II. It is very amusing. But it's as far as movies are concerned, I thought that the animation was terrific. The action, adventure, romance, suspense, there were there was everything in this movie. It was very interesting. It had a good storyline, and there was nothing that I can complain about in this movie. It's just fantastic. It's perfect. In fact, suffice it to say, even for an animated film, that's kind of difficult to do. But I really thought that this was extremely well done, and I give it 4 stars, to be completely honest with you. And if you're a little bit leery about going into a sequel, especially since Shrek 3 sucked, Shrek Forever After is absolutely fantastic. It's just phenomenal, I thought. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I even cried, which I wasn't expecting. I don't really do that very often in Dreamworks films. The only other Dreamworks films that made me overclamped were Kung Fu Panda and How to Train Your Dragon. But maybe a few others, but I can't remember them off the top. Over the Hedge maybe did, but I don't recall if it did or not. It probably did. I just don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, but this one definitely made me tear up quite a bit, and I won't tell you why, but if you see it, just be warned, you will cry. You will definitely shed a few tears, so there's nothing wrong with that. And stick around for the ending credits, because they show scenes from all 3 movies, and you probably recognize where they're from, but you can see how everything ties together, and it's just I really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it if you're really thinking of going to see it. So Shrek Forever After gets 4 stars in my book.